Not every kid's gonna love you, put your fingers in their mouth. If they bite, probably not a good idea. You might wanna wait till they're sleeping, or do this, if you really don't like someone doing this to you. I can't even begin to tell you what it's about to do with you. She's been like dying for 3 days just to get me to put my hand. We did this with her niece, and it was just, I was shocked. So I'm going into someone's mouth. Okay, you actually have to open it. Let me get, this is not a suggestion. So I'm using my middle fingers. Notice how I have all around her jaw. Okay? Now you can, even though I'm on both teeth, I'm going to start with the right side. So again, I'm lightly scooping. Just seeing how her teeth, palate, whatever's your visualization, I actually felt a huge shift to her nasal cavity, the maxillaries right now, the eye orbit over to the right side. I'm holding it that long and then letting it go. This is very foreign from the mouth. You really don't want to be this. This is not going to give her the stimuli she needs. That's me. Oh, I don't know where to put my finger. I'm not saying she can't handle it, but this is, so now I'm coming in again, scooping, I'm lightly twisting. See how the eye comes up? I'm lightly, so the pressure again is through the right, on her right side, my right hand, and then back down again. See how I release her face? So I'm not holding here, trying to apply pressure. See how the movement doesn't go anywhere? And that just doesn't probably feel as nice to her neck muscles. So again, so now I've done it a couple of times. Again, it could be your 3. I'm going to come around, and it's more of a scoop, but guess what? Look what it does with the nasal cavity. Now for some, this might put them in a choke reflex, depending on where they are with their secretions. And now I'm going to scoop back because now she's a little confused. So see how I'm pushing her back in? Again, because we've done all this head movement, these movements are available. This isn't something maybe if you haven't touched someone before, you're going to say, oh, let me stick my fingers in your mouth. Now here I'm twisting. I'm going into my left hand as I pull up with the right. So see how I'm asking her whole front nasal cavity, everything like that, again, palate, whatever your vocabulary is, to actually twist. So now I'm going to go back to the first scoop. This time, watch my pinky. My pinky's coming in and actually applying pressure into the jaw. I don't want her to bite me, I get that, but I'm bringing for a close. And a close. Just explore, but notice where my breath is. I'm not sitting here, I'm off to the side. Now, this is the only time, again, my thumb's been relaxed, it's up, I need my thumb sterile. So I'm going to bring my fingers up. So it's not the princess having tea kind of thing. You can actually have your fingers up and not it being a contraction. But I've corrected people that are more like this. So now I'm going to come in. Again, I'm going to concentrate on the right side. Now, some people might have more of a head tilt. Like when you were working with Fanu, don't let it happen. Just go for that sensation, but notice how I'm pressing up with the left and pushing down with the right. There's a big difference doing the jaw versus this. See, I'm not trying to pull her jaw down. I want her jaw, there we go. See how I'm torquing that whole face. So I push in with the right palm heel, down with the right, up through the left. Move it around a little bit. Now eventually that she gets used to it, let's say, and let her swallow. Now just feel, now look up over here. No, towards me. There you go. Now relax. Look up over here. Do you notice a difference? Okay. Can you see a difference? Coming up through the left, coming up through the right? Okay. So I'm going back in again. Now I'm gonna go off to the left side. And again, I might tilt even my whole body just to get that to happen. So even though I'm touching the right, the pressure right now is through the left. Now my son's had 5 nasal surgeries, 5 dental surgeries. I might have to do something more like this where I'm getting down and actually working through, just to suggest it. If you've had, and he's had 3 ear tubes, so again, the ear surgery, see how I'm right down on the eustachians. It all depends on how you look at it. Now I'm getting back into her mouth. Ah, right there, you feel how you don't want to move. Can you feel it? So I back off a little bit more centered. Now she won't do it again. So what I'm going to do now is scoop the teeth. Just do enough, but up until, again, the nasal cavities. People have polyps you might not know about. That'll change the way it is. If people have don't have the right mucus drainage because they have enlarged adenoids, all of these are going to affect kiddos with a high palate. If they're on Kevlar, when the palate's gotten so swollen, the teeth don't even extend out.
Vertigo?
What?
Vertigo?
Vertigo, yes. You really have to work with the feet first, though, and the pelvis, because you could really float them a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah. They wouldn't come back.
Well, they wouldn't know how to come back. But really, it's really helped with vertigo and MS this way. That's it. Now her nose is actually coming over her face. See the rotation through the face? And it's not. See the difference? Feel the difference? Feel the difference. So see how I can curve in more with my hand here? And again. So I'll slow it down, slow it down, slow it. And with this too, I can say now look to the right. Right. Towards your shoulder, right. There you go. And then look up to the ceiling. And to the right. Ceiling. And now look up at me. Yeah, you can really, I won't do too much with your eyes, don't worry about it. Then she'll really be let's see. And now what I'm gonna do, this is a little funky. See how I have her? I can feel. So I'm gonna go down to my right, see if she'll let me. There you go. See how that whole vestibular just changed through her head. I'm gonna hold her because she's just not used to doing something like that. And again, see, I'm twerking it through the palate. See how I'm doing it, and then through the ears and coming down. Feel the difference without the palate of just doing this. Okay? Feel the difference of twisting the palate. Does that make more sense? Can you feel the difference? Okay, now feel the difference. See, going to this side? See what she has to do? Do you feel it? Versus here. And now here. Let me do it. Feel the neck. No, let me do it. No, stop it. This is what it's like to work with a child. Now, for a kid, I wouldn't say necessarily stop. I'd redirect, I'd do whatever. She's still trying to, that's it. See, now look at the strength in her spine. You feel it? You see how your spine strength changed? And that's also what helped them up. Do you feel that? Does that make sense? Now I'm going to go a little bit further. Press down with your right foot. Just as if there was, that's it. And release. And your right foot. And your right foot. And again, your right foot. That's it. And now I'm going to stay with the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now do the left foot. That's it. See, look at how strong that spine can get from the mouth. That's it. Good job. But again, you know, someone could be playing with their feet. It doesn't necessarily if they can't figure it out. So now I want you to feel, without me, look to the right, over here, right? And now feel the difference now looking to the left. See the difference because you didn't activate the feet. Does that make more sense to, so just feel your spine getting long. Do you feel it more through the mouth and everything?
Yes.
Now I can go keep playing with this. Does this make sense to you guys? So honestly, for some of you, just sticking your fingers in someone's mouth might be enough of your lesson. Forget where you're doing good someone. No, but I'm just, when I put anybody out of their learning curve, comfort, I mean, we don't do this like, oh mom, let's see how you chew spaghetti. So just think here, closing, counter, just, you know. But again, I can counter this way, or I can counter, you know, through the jaw that way. Much stronger and much more sophisticated through the jaw. But if I can't counter,
It would help the spine so much, no? To just
it just helps.
like,
Again,
you know, I mean, even this one especially.
First
I
of
don't
all,
have
it's
that.
so unhabitual. When's the last time someone's
I know.
actually dealt with your, and then you can reverse chew. I can hold the jaw open like this, and now see, push down and say bring your head close to the jaw. You know what I mean? I can do, and bring the head back up here. There's so many different ways. The neck muscles, the sinus cavities. I just want you guys just used to another way of touching and how it can affect the system. But again, for spinal strength and that whole, especially when you're like this whole time in your life.
Can I share something about Namrata? You remember when you did this? And instead of getting the mouth to the jaw, she started getting the jaw to the mouth, and then she kept repeating it because it was a whole
Yeah,
new
it was so
experience.
easy for
Yeah, you
her,
remember?
yeah.
And she hasn't drooled since.
Yeah, she hasn't drooled.
So
Yeah, with Dave, this session, I'm sharing this, like with her son, the session was done. And then
okay,
And
whenever you're
there
ready
was
to get up.
a lot of changes even
can
in
let
his
her get
vision
up.
from that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, while you were doing at the end of the session, you could see that your eyes got quicker.
And his
And then-
but his tongue was sticking
Yes.
out more
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
and
there's,
you
there's a
know.
lot happening there, but even that, the bit that was
He had no
eyes.
problem working for honey. He was like a little bear.
He asked you to give him like more.
Yeah, we had to squeeze more
or
out.
get more honey.
How's that feel?
A lot nicer. And having worked with the cavity, I feel my cold is a lot better.
Yeah.